What if I told you the biggest thing holding people back in life isn't failure? It's the excuses that they've learned to live with. And the scary part, they don't even realize it's happening because a victim mindset doesn't just show up all at once. It's a slow, steady downhill slope. I want to build off of the last episode because honestly, I just don't feel like we're done here. We talked about the victim mindset, what it is, how it shows up, but what we didn't talk about is what happens when you choose to stay there. Because the problem isn't that people make excuses. It's that once they start making excuses, it never ends. It always starts small. Things like, I'm tired today. This week's just been crazy. I'll get back to it tomorrow. And the truth is, all of those things are valid. That's what makes it dangerous. Because it doesn't feel like everything is slipping. It feels like you're being reasonable. But somewhere after repeating those comments over and over again, the excuses start to become a habit. You then stop questioning the excuse and you start expecting it. And now it's not just today was hard. It's this is just how my life is. And it becomes normalized in a way. At first, you make the excuse. And eventually, you start to unintentionally look for them. And you guys, this is where it gets scary. You stop seeing it as something you do, and you start seeing it as who you are. You might find yourself saying things like, I've always struggled with this. I'm just not that disciplined. I'm not the type of person who ... And just like that, you've taken something that was just temporary and you have turned it into your entire identity. And here is the part that no one talks about. As all of this is happening, your standards begin to drop. One by one, quietly. You tolerate BS from yourself that you would have never before. You say less. You expect less. You do less. You stay small. And you stay far away from becoming that person that you've always wanted to be. And you justify it every step of the way. Your standards start negotiating with your excuses. And excuses always win that conversation. Then comes the part that actually hurts. You start losing trust in yourself. You say you're going to do something, and you don't. Again, and again, and again. And eventually, you stop believing in your own word. And that's not just about discipline anymore. That's about the relationship that you have with yourself. Every excuse that you accept is a small withdrawal of the self-trust that you have with yourself. And that's hard to bounce back from. All of that growth that you experienced, lost. Every big win that you've had, lost. that self-trust with yourself is probably the most important thing that I will ever talk about. And then one day you wake up and you feel stuck. You feel frustrated, off track, disappointed in yourself, disconnected from the person that you thought you could be. And it just feels like life is just happening to you. And you're constantly playing defense in every scenario of your life. Like you just can't catch a break. But in reality, you've just been slowly giving every piece of your confidence away. One excuse at a time. And there's actually a name for this. If you haven't read The Magic of Thinking Big, you absolutely should. It's by David J. Schwartz, and he labels this idea as excuse-itis, the habit of explaining your way out of change, not just once, but over and over again, until eventually it just becomes your default. And here's the part that stuck with me the most. It's not that people don't have potential. It's that people start to actually believe their excuses. And once you start doing that, you stop challenging yourself. You stop pushing yourself. You stop growing. Because why would you? The excuse already gave you a reason not to. A victim mindset doesn't destroy your life overnight. It slowly lowers your standards until you no longer recognize yourself. Blatantly put, a victim mindset will take everything from you without any hesitation. Now, here is the part that I like. Here is where the optimism comes in. If these things can compound downward, that means they can also compound upward. It doesn't take massive life change or overhaul. It takes one moment of ownership. It takes one time where you stop and say, nope, not today. That voice in my head that's telling me that I can't do it, yeah, I'm not going to listen to that voice today. It takes one promise that you actually keep. One decision where you stop over explaining and you just start doing. You just start taking action, because that's how you shift direction. Not all at once, but one action, one choice at a time. At some point, you have to be honest with yourself. Are you actually stuck? Or have you just gotten pretty dang comfortable making excuses? Because those are not the same thing. One requires change. The other just requires another story. And if you're not careful, you will keep telling yourself that same damn story that we've been talking about. No one is coming to pull you out of that. No one's going to do it for you. No one is coming to save you. So if nothing changes, that's on you. You don't need a new plan. You don't need more time. You just need to stop giving yourself a way out. Because the longer you keep the excuse, the longer you stay exactly where you are. Thank you for listening. This has been Minded by Jay. I'll see you on the next one.